forget who the philosopher was, but he said that there's no such thing as selflessness because everything has a selfish intention. So for you, the fact that you've helped so many people, you helped those people because you felt it fit your moral compass to help them, and it also made you feel good.
Yeah.
So you had your own personal gratification out of helping others.
Exactly.
And it's having you're not expecting anything in return, but it's still gonna have that effect later on for if things do fall flat.
Yeah.
Then you have people there.
If you're there, cool. But I'm not expecting anyone to be there. Because in my darkest times, even when people were like, "Man, what's going on, man? How can I help?" I'm like, there's nothing you can do because I have to make the decision to help myself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like I'm taking advantage. And that's just who I am as a man. And I'm like, yo, that's something I learned from my mom. I had like a breakdown. I got into really pretty bad with someone that was like a brother to me. And I was playing the victim of my own life and didn't even know it. I'm like, oh man, I was dating this girl, I helped her out. She fucking took all the shit, cheated on me. Then I had this guy like a brother, he fucking stole this shit, he did that. I moved all these people into my house because they didn't have a place to stay, and he stole my rent. And I was just like, unknowingly playing the victim. I'm like, why is everybody taking advantage of me? Why is everybody taking advantage of me? And I was like, I got into a physical altercation, and the next day, like, I was just like not in a good spot mentally. I'm at work, and I couldn't even be at work. My manager saw me, and I'm like between rage and crying.
Damn.
So like, and he was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I can't be here right now." And like, I just went back and called my mom, and she was just like, "I'm so tired of being a good person. I'm so tired of being a good person." Like, they're registering a manager. She was like, you can't, that's not something you can help. So Ahmad is my middle name. Khairuddin is my first name. It's my legal name. And it means goodness in the way of judgment. Oh. And my mom is like, good is not something you do. Good is who you are. That's why I gave you that name. And I was just like, fuck. You have a duty that's higher than just you. And it's not just, something you do. It's a part of who you are. Mm-hmm. So it's like, that's who you are.
Yeah.
Good isn't something you do. Good is who you are.
Yeah. And if you feel you have the capacity for greatness, then it's your obligation to do so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, in a weird way, it's like being selfish or selfless is still like you get gratification off of it. Like, back to what you're saying, it's like, it's always a revolving door. It's always a revolving door. There's always a dichotomy. There's always a balance. There's always a scale. And anytime there's too much on one, you just know when there is a correction, it's going to be massive on the other. Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, I know it's a weird thing, but guys who fight on the high level, who have these massive wins, right after their massive wins, I don't know if you know, but a lot of them feel depressed.
Yeah, it's right like what Izzy was saying.
So I had a whole conversation with Lathan about this, like, years before I even heard that same podcast that Izzy was talking about. And then when he heard it, he sent it to me, and I was like, I thought this was just me. Like, why after this extreme high? It's because, and then I started listening to Andrew Huberman and all this stuff. It's like, you have this massive adrenaline rush, this dopamine serotonin, everything's on fucking 1,000 times 10. And then as you're coming down so fast that it feels like you're plummeting and you're falling, and then nothing feels good. You like, just had the biggest win of your life, and now the week after you're sitting around like, the fuck is going on? Like, what am I doing? Like, it's working out, doesn't feel good, this doesn't this. So my cure is goal setting and suffering. Mm-hmm. I know it sounds crazy, but like, I gotta go feel something. I gotta go do something. I gotta do something that hurts. Mm-hmm. Because most people would rather feel pain than nothing at all. Because that emptiness hurts here more than it hurts like physically.
Yeah.